after 60 often presents a new chapter, one where priorities shift and the desire for deeper, more meaningful connections becomes increasingly prominent. In the hustle of youth, we sometimes lose track of the people who once meant so much to us. Old friends, those who knew us before the complexities of adulthood set in, represent more than just shared memories. They represent an essential part of our identity. Reconnecting with them can bring not only nostalgia, but also healing, joy, and a renewed sense of purpose. For many, retirement offers something precious: time. With children grown, careers winding down, and responsibilities changing shape, there's more time to reflect, more time to feel, and most importantly, more time to act on things that truly matter. Reaching out to old friends can initially seem intimidating. What if they don't remember you as fondly? What if too much has changed? But these questions often mask a deeper yearning to be seen, remembered, and valued. It's a yearning that doesn't fade with age. The first step in reconnecting with old friends is acceptance. Accept that time has passed. Accept that you both changed. Accept that not every reunion will result in a deep, renewed bond, but some might. And those few can transform your later years in unexpected ways. Start by thinking about those people who once mattered deeply: the friend who laughed with you through high school, the colleague who stood by you in difficult work years, the neighbor who felt like family. These are not just figures from the past, but parts of the story you're still living. Make a list. Names may come slowly at first, but once you start remembering, more will come. Go through old photo albums, letters, yearbooks, or even social media. Sometimes a single snapshot can trigger a cascade of memories, bringing a friend's name and presence vividly back to mind. Once you identify someone you wish to reconnect with, the next step is finding them. This is where modern technology becomes a blessing. Social media platforms, search engines, alumni networks, and even local community groups can all be valuable tools. If you're not tech savvy, ask a younger family member for help. You'll be surprised at how eager they may be to support your journey toward reconnection. Craft your message with warmth and authenticity. Whether you're writing an email, sending a letter, or making a phone call, be genuine. Start with a simple greeting. Share how you remember them and express why you're reaching out. Don't make it about the years you lost. Make it about the moment you're trying to reclaim. Vulnerability, when approached with courage, often opens doors that have long remained shut. Don't be discouraged if the first attempts don't go as planned. People change, life gets in the way, and not every relationship may rekindle. But the act of reaching out itself is powerful. It reaffirms your desire for connection and plants seeds that may one day grow. If the person responds positively, take the time to rebuild slowly. Share memories, listen more than you speak, ask questions, and find out who they become. Old friends bring with them the shared language of time. They remember the way you laughed, the dreams you once had, the music you danced to, the streets you walked together. These shared recollections have the power to ground you, to remind you that no matter how much the world has changed, some parts of you remain rooted in those golden moments. Reconnection also requires emotional maturity. Be prepared for surprise. Your friend might be battling illness, may have faced loss, or could have built a completely different life from what you imagined. Accepting them without judgment is key. Compassion is the glue of renewed friendships. Sometimes the friendship you rekindle may not be exactly as it once was, and that's okay. You are both new versions of yourselves now. Embrace the evolution. Instead of trying to recreate the past, focus on building something meaningful in the present. Reconnecting isn't just about nostalgia, it's about healing. Many of us carry unspoken regrets or unresolved issues with old friends. Reaching out gives you the chance to make amends, offer forgiveness, or even seek it. Such acts can lighten the emotional load we carry into our later years. Social wellness is a key aspect of healthy aging. Studies consistently show that older adults with strong social connections experience lower rates of depression, cognitive decline, and even physical illness. Reconnecting with old friends is not just emotionally enriching, it's physiologically beneficial. Plan reunions, even if they're small. A coffee catch-up, a shared walk in the park, or even a video call can be deeply satisfying. Use this renewed bond as a base to build new memory. Go to places you once visited, listen to old songs together, or talk about how you both survived the storms of life. Celebrate the resilience you've built. If distance or mobility is an issue, technology can bridge the gap. Schedule regular video calls, share photos, voice messages, or even watch a movie simultaneously while chatting. The connection doesn't have to be physical to be powerful. Sometimes you may reconnect with someone and realize the bond was deeper than you remembered. New joys can emerge, collaborative hobbies, travel plans, or simply the comfort of a friend who truly knows your backstory. These connections can infuse your life with renewed energy. However, not all reconnections are meant to be sustained. If a meeting reveals deep incompatibility or unresolved pain, it's okay to let go with grace. Closure itself is a gift. Not every door needs to stay open forever. For those friends who have passed away or cannot be found, honor their memory. Write letters you'll never send. Revisit places you shared or talk about them with your family. This form of emotional reconnection, though silent, can be incredibly healing. Encourage others in your circle to reconnect too. Create opportunities for group reunions or virtual gathering. Sometimes just being the one to initiate can spark a wave of positive connections for others. Reconnecting with old friends isn't about living in the past, it's about enriching your present. It's about remembering who you were, celebrating who you've become, and sharing that journey with someone who once walked beside you. In a world that often focuses on moving forward, there is quiet strength in looking back, not to dwell, but to draw from the well of shared human experience. Rebuilding friendships after 60 is a testament to the fact that it's never too late for connection, for joy, for a heartfelt laugh, or for the warm silence that only old friends can share. The beauty of reconnecting lies in its simplicity. A single message, a brave phone call, a small effort, it can all lead to a meaningful renewal. It affirms that even though life may have taken different paths, the road back to friendship is always open. So if there's a name in your heart, someone you've thought of more than once, don't wait. Reach out. Your future self will thank you. The journey of reconnection may begin with uncertainty, but it often ends with peace. In a world that's constantly changing, some friendships, once revived, can remind you that love, laughter, and human connection are timeless treasures. As the journey of reconnection continues, it's important to understand the profound emotional layers that often unfold with each rekindled friendship. The beauty of meeting an old friend after decades is the familiarity in unfamiliarity. The way they smile might be the same. The tone in their voice may echo the same warmth, and even the pauses in conversation might carry the same comfort. But beneath those surface similarities lies the richness of experience, the stories you've both lived since you last met. Sharing those stories, opening your heart to tell what life has brought your way, both the victories and the wounds, can be an incredibly bonding experience. Vulnerability becomes a strength at this stage in life, not a weakness. It invites honesty, understanding, and a deeper kind of friendship than before. You no longer need to impress or prove anything. Now it's about being real. The healing power of reconnecting goes beyond simple conversation. There's often a deep sense of affirmation that comes from realizing someone else remembers your past, your dreams, your youth. It validates your journey and makes you feel seen. In a world that sometimes rushes past the elderly, old friends remember your laughter from when it was carefree, your voice from when it held naive ambition, and your heart before it bore the full weight of life's challenges. That kind of memory can be an anchor, reminding you of the parts of yourself that still live within you. Rebuilding a connection is not always about picking up where you left off. More often, it's about starting fresh with history. With some friends, it might feel as if no time has passed. With others, the connection may be more tentative, needing patience and nurturing. Allow each friendship to grow at its own pace. Reconnection also allows you to re-examine your past through a new lens. With the wisdom and calmness of age, things that once hurt or confused you may now seem different. You may see past arguments with more compassion or understand choices with greater clarity. This can bring emotional resolution to long-standing questions or guilt. Sometimes reaching out may lead to discovering that an old friend has faced incredible hardships, loss, illness, financial trouble, or loneliness. Being there for them, listening without judgment, offering comfort, even just being present, can be a priceless gift. In return, you might find they become a support system you didn't know you needed. The mutual exchange of care and kindness fosters a sacred bond that is often deeper than friendships formed in youth. As these renewed friendships grow, they bring opportunities for shared activities. Book clubs, walking groups, volunteer opportunities, or simply sharing daily routines can become joyful rituals. There's immense satisfaction in knowing that you are not alone in your thoughts, your memories, or your current journey. With the rise of digital communication, maintaining regular contact has never been easier. Create shared albums, exchange voice notes, or even start a group chat with mutual old friends. These small but frequent touchpoints can keep the bond warm and lively. For some, rekindling an old friendship may also revive old dreams. Perhaps you and your friend once planned a road trip, a business idea, or a creative project. While youth may have delayed it, retirement might now offer the freedom to explore those dreams together. The joy of completing a long-forgotten plan with someone who once shared your vision can be deeply fulfilling. There's also a unique comfort in grieving with an old friend. If you both lost someone you once knew, sharing that grief can provide powerful healing. Remembering the person, talking about what they meant to each of you, and honoring their memory together strengthens your emotional bond. Reconnecting with friends after 60 also sets an inspiring example for younger generation. Your children or grandchildren watch and learn that relationships matter, that it's never too late to value people, and that emotional courage is always worthwhile. In a society that often glorifies independence to the point of isolation, you show the importance of interdependence, of caring, remembering, and reaching out. If you find that your old friends are no longer alive, consider reconnecting with their family. A conversation with a friend's child or spouse can offer closure and comfort. It can also be an opportunity to share beautiful memories they may never have heard. Your voice becomes part of a legacy. Reconnecting may also remind you of your own evolution. You might recall dreams you let go of or passions you once pursued. Inspired by these reflections, you may even reignite hobbies, interests, or goals you'd forgotten. In this way, old friends don't just remind you of who you were, they help you reclaim parts of yourself for who you still want to be. Friendships in your 60s and beyond are often deeper because they are chosen with full awareness. There are no illusions, no pressures, only sincerity. And the friendships you rebuild now are not out of obligation, but out of genuine desire. They carry the purity of maturity, the grace of shared history, and the simplicity of presence. Some friendships may surprise you. You might reconnect with someone you once took for granted and discover a profound bond. Others may offer brief yet meaningful encounter. Whether short or long, each reconnection holds a story, a lesson, a light. Emotional health in later years is deeply tied to connection. Feeling heard, remembered, and loved contributes to mental stability, emotional well-being, and even longevity. Reconnecting with old friends can dramatically reduce feelings of isolation and give your life new rhythm. These connections become emotional lifeline. Even a single call or message can turn a lonely day into a joyful one. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. One true reconnection can nourish the soul more than 100 shallow contacts. There's also a spiritual dimension to reconnecting. It feels like returning to a place where your soul once rested, finding echoes of laughter you thought were lost, and being reminded that love in any form never truly dies. Old friends carry pieces of your heart that you gave long ago. In their presence, those pieces return to you, a little worn perhaps, but still glowing. Make it a habit to reconnect regularly. Pick a day each week to call someone from your past. Write one letter a month. Schedule reunions or virtual meetups. These simple habits create emotional continuity. They remind you that the threads of your life's fabric are still strong. If you feel hesitant, remind yourself of what you're gaining. Reconnection offers friendship, forgiveness, joy, shared laughter, mutual care, and a deeper appreciation of life's journey. It's one of the few gifts that increases the more you give. So take the leap, send that message, make that call, write that note. Even if your hands shake and your heart races, know that you're doing something profoundly human. You are reaching across time, bridging years with courage, and touching a soul that once touched yours. In doing so, you're not just reconnecting with a person, you're reconnecting with life itself. The sunset years are not about endings. They're about circles completing, stories revisiting, hearts remembering, and perhaps nothing brings more peace, more joy, and more meaning in these years than the sound of a familiar voice saying, "I'm so glad you called. I'd missed you too."